In this video, you'll be learning about how to read points from the coordinate grid. Hope you enjoy. Now what you see to the left hand side, this is what we call the coordinate grid. Now usually when we talk about it, we usually talk about 4 quadrants. But in this video, I'll be only talking about the first quadrant, in which the x-axis and the y-axis, both of them will be positive numbers. Now, in order to find the x-axis, you just got to remember that the horizontal line will always be the x-axis and the vertical line will always be our y-axis. And now, whenever we plot the points, we draw the points, or we read the points, we will be using the points from the x-axis and the y-axis. But one of these axes will always be written first in order. So whenever we write a point from the coordinate grid, we would always start from the x-axis and then the y-axis. Now this pair, what you see here, is what we call an ordered pair. Ordered pair. Now let me give you some examples. Let me change the color here, and let's say I'm going to draw a point right here. So I'm going to draw a point right here and call it point A. Now in order to find where point A is, or in order for us to write the ordered pair for point A, what we do is we take a look at how many squares is going on the x-axis, and then see how many squares is going on the y-axis. Now let's take a look at it here. If you take a look at point A here, it is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. It's going 11 squares on the x-axis, and now we got to figure out how many squares is going on the y-axis, or in other words, how many squares is it going up. So let's try to see how many squares it is going up. So if you take a look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, the ordered pair for point A would be 11 and 8. Now let me give you one more example. Let's say I have a point right here. Let's say I have a point right here and I name it point B. Now again, from the previous question, we always start from the x-axis. So if you take a look at this, it is going 5 blocks on the x-axis. Therefore, our x-axis will be 5. And then it is going 6 blocks on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going 6 squares or blocks on the y-axis. Therefore, point B will be 5 and 6. Now, let me give you one more example in which I have a point right here. I have a point right here and I name it point C. Point C. Now, if you take a look at this, point C on the x-axis, it is exactly at 14. But when it comes to the y-axis, we see that the point C is not going vertically up at all. Therefore, the y-axis would be 0. Hence, the ordered pair for point C would be 14 and 0. Now, let me give you one last question. Let's say I have a point right here, and I name it point D. So in order to write for point D, now if you take a look at this here, point D, it is going nowhere on the x-axis. So if it is going nowhere on the x-axis, the x-axis would be 0. And now let's take a look at it, how many squares is going on the y-axis. If we take a look at it, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, it is going 7 squares on the y-axis. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a nice day.